small-town business owners Wyatt and Lance Bush teamed together to form Craven Customs, a father and son duo scavenging the web along with the Northeast Texas woods in search of rusty relics. While buying and building on a budget, they recreate and preserve hidden patina, giving each one a story of its own. Chasing their passion, they're giving the past a future, saving lost dreams one vehicle at a time. With help from God, these guys are Turnin Rust, brought to you in part by Maxed Trailers.
Better call somebody like me, 'cause you want somebody like me. When the line gets a little blurry, gonna need somebody like me. When the monster crawls out of the sea, you're gonna need somebody like me. When your brother's got blood in the streets, you better call somebody like me. I was made in the shadows, with a light and a route to go. When the line gets a little blurry, you're gonna need somebody like me. Better call somebody like me, 'cause you want somebody like me. When the lines get a little blurry, gonna need somebody like me.
Well guys, we're out here on another really cool pick. This one I'm just a little bit more excited than normal. I had a buddy that was out here a couple weeks on back. He knows we're into old classic step vans. He's seen something out here he said we've never had around the shop before. And we've had a pretty good collection of these old vans, so I'm really excited to see what it might be. I'm looking around, there's tons of old classic cars out here. Either way, it's gonna be a heyday, it's gonna be fun, and can't wait to see what we bring home. I got cold on us.
Yeah, quick.
May have to try to beat this rain. Got a lot of cool stuff out here though.
Yeah.
Looks like got a little bit of everything out here.
Yeah, a little bit of new.
Yeah.
A lot of bit of old.
Man, I could spend days out here, I'm sure. In all my years of searching out old vehicles, this is my first time to experience such a massive collection like this. To have this many old, cool classics in one spot, you just don't come across that a whole lot. To find the gentleman that's behind all this, you can tell he's definitely passionate about it, and he's been collecting for quite some time now. Heidi, you Trenton?
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good. I'm Lance.
Yeah.
You the brains behind this
Yeah,
operation?
yeah. I'm Trenton Browne, and this is my salvage yard, Browne Auto Salvage. I got started in this probably, I'd have to say, probably in the 70s when I was a kid. I just seemed like I rounded up every old car part I could drag out of the fields and brought everything home on my bicycle. And then as soon as I had buddies old enough to drive, we were dragging in any and everything I could get my hands on.
Looks like you got a field of cars,
Oh,
field of
yeah.
dreams out there, don't you?
Yeah, yeah.
I had a buddy contact me. We're in the old classic step vans, and he said he's seen something out here that I ain't ever had before, and he ain't ever seen before. You have any idea what he might be talking about?
Probably that old 40 Chevy down there, that old milk van I got down there.
40 Chevy? Yeah.
Yeah.
We kind of deal with a lot of old Metro vans and Divcos and stuff like that.
I see those quite often. It seems like I see a number of those, but this is quite a rarity here.
Yeah. I can't picture what it would possibly look like. I mean, I've seen some of the newer Chevy, like the Grumman's and stuff like that, the aluminum style. Heck, I didn't even know they made one in 40.
Yeah, I've talked to several people, and they've seen the 41 to 46s, but this 40 is really unique.
Yeah, they probably wasn't making a whole lot of anything back then, that time period anyway. So. Man, I'd love to check it out.
Okay.
I know if it's not something we're interested in, there's got to be something out here I can't do.
Yeah.
Looks like you got a lot of old Cadillacs. I love old Cadillacs.
Yeah. We do a lot of Cadillac business. A lot of parts business, shipping stuff all over the world.
How long you had this place?
I've only been here since '05.
Yeah.
We bought this place in '05. There wasn't a car on the place. But you know, you go out there and look, and it's like this stuff's been here 50 or 60 years. But no, I didn't inherit it. I brought it all in myself.
Yeah.
I always was a car guy since a kid. My dad wasn't wasn't ever really into this. For some reason, the car bug bit me at an early age, so I knew my stuff pretty early, and this is just something I've always had a passion for.
You have any idea how many you got sitting out there?
Right now, we just say 3,000.
Yeah.
There's, you know, give or take a little, but I'm sure it's right in there somewhere.
Oh yeah, I'd say every bit of that. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it somewhere close? Or?
Yeah, it's right down here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Check it out.
The old rains are coming down here.
Yeah, kind of cooled off on us
all
some.
right. Yeah.
Was that an old flower car there?
Yeah, it's '66 Cadillac flower car. I brought that thing back from Iowa. How's it? How's it?
I have to say, I've never seen one like it.
Yeah, it's a pretty unique piece.
I'm extremely shocked as I'm laying eyes on this vehicle. My buddy was right. We've had a large collection of vans around the shop, including Metros, old postal vehicles. I mean, I feel like we've had the mark on just about everything around here. I've never seen anything even remotely close to what this is resembling. And to be able to be out here, possibly be able to buy it, I couldn't be happier that we made the trip.
The good thing about it is all the front shares the same as the pickup. And all the pickup stuff is, I say, pretty readily available. I mean, a grill would be easy to find and things like that to make this back like it should be. But
man, it's so cool.
It's a neat truck.
It's kind of got that like cab over style look to it.
Yes. Yeah, and it really is, because you've got all the truck. If you were to take this body off, it would be a pickup. It's the same frame as a pickup.
Yeah.
All of the running gear, everything under it. It's just made like as a cab over with this body on it.
Everything that Trenton's telling me about this old truck pretty much lines up with what I'm seeing. You can just tell it looks like they took an old step van body and placed it on what would have been just a half-ton truck. When I first laid eyes on it, it almost looked like it was something that was homemade, but to know that Chevrolet actually produced this thing back in the day just makes it even cooler. It kind of is familiar to an old Divco van.
Yes,
on the body part of it.
shares a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah.
Same lines. But it's a 6-lug. It's a half-ton truck, so it could easily be whatever somebody wanted to do with it, either original or modern drivetrain or whatever in this thing. But it sure turned some heads.
Yeah, my buddy, he told me, he's like, man, you got to go check that out. I mean, I've got some pretty rare old Dodge postal vans and all kinds of stuff that most people hadn't seen. But I kind of expected it to be something I'd seen before, but this is definitely.
I've sure had a lot of them go nuts over this one, but they just, getting them to step up is sometimes,
Well, does it have a motor or anything?
Oh, it's complete. It's complete down to the radiator. Every piece is here.
Yeah.
And I've got papers on it, and I've even got a nice original sales brochure to go with this that would show what this would have looked like new, and it's got all the dimensions. It's got every piece of information is in this book for this, so it's kind of an interesting piece.
I guess it probably would have been an old milk or laundry truck or something like that.
Yeah, they sold these to those kind of services.
As the world was transitioning and technology was beginning to change, we find ourselves moving from the old horse-drawn buggy to delivering stuff now into what we call a step van. That's exactly what this old Chevy Dubl Duti would have been used for. It possibly could have been an old laundry truck, a milk truck, a postal vehicle, who knows. Either way, it was just basically used to move a product to get it to the customer a little bit quicker. It's just really cool that knowing that somebody was in this vehicle daily. I mean, they were just driving around and that was their job. So we're hoping we can get it back to the shop and get it back on the road again as well.
Really solid inside. I mean, the wood is good. It's somewhat, I mean, besides this, it's really back. I mean, the wood it's going to need new wood. But surprisingly, it's good up here. So I guess the doors were open.
Being a 80-year-old vehicle.
Yes. Yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Man,
this would be the worst, I think, on this whole thing is the repair here.
Right.
But really it's flat enough. I think it can be fabbed up pretty good.
Yeah, I see there's a little bit there and a little bit kind of down the sides. Look like somebody might have tried to do a little fiberglass.
Yeah, they did, and but it's all flat, you know. It's all flat where it can be ground and done the right way.
Right.
At least the line is here, you know. So most of it's all flat repair stuff, you know. That's a good thing about it.
I wonder if it had like an old fender or skirt or something.
I don't know. It didn't. No, it's far from the book that I can see. They were just like this. Yeah.
That's cool. How long has this been sitting out here?
I've had this thing probably maybe 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hadn't been terribly long considered.
Did you find it around here? Or?
It was fairly local. Yeah. A few years back, when the van first arrived here, I got it in a deal with several other vehicles. It was kind of a package deal, so I got in it pretty decent. So I just knew it was a rare gem when I ran across it, and I knew someday somebody would, if we didn't do something with it first here, then someone else would come along and decide to fix this thing up like it deserves. Had a lot to clean out of it. It was full of junk.
Yeah, they normally are.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I've probably showed you too much smiling already.
Well,
Do you have any idea where you need to be at on it price-wise, or?
Oh, you know, these things seem to be bringing a pretty good bit. You know, I know I've watched the Metro vans, and I'd had a newer van here a while back I sold. It was a Chevrolet, but it was a 64 model, and they built it up, LS and everything else with it. But they seem to, you know, but one like this, it's just unique, and I think I need to be in the, you know, I'm probably thinking maybe the 35 to 4 range, something like that. I mean, I've seen them, you know, in this shape go for 5 to 75, you know. I mean, it just depends on condition and.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to kick myself on this, but as far as negotiating, I've never seen one. Like, I've never seen one even close to it. To me, like I said, it resembles a Divco on the back end, but that snub nose is just, it sure makes it like a cartoonish looking.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And it's just unique. I never have run across one until I found this one. I really don't have any history on it as far as where it was or what business it actually was in years back. I really wish I would have known something like that, but I do know that it was called a Dubl Duti. Then when I ran across this paperwork that would go with this, would need to stay with this, I was really, you know, I got it at a different time, and I thought, man, this is just neat.
Yeah.
You know. So
I'm gonna look around on it just a little bit.
Okay.
Try to talk myself into thinking I don't need it as bad as I want it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep a poker face with this. With Trenton having such a large collection out here, I know that negotiating is definitely not his first rodeo. I'm just going to try to dig into the van, look around, just see if there's anything that I can pick apart to maybe help me to get the price down just a little bit. But he knows I'm interested as well. Hopefully we can come together on a price, and hopefully we'll be able to take it home. This old inline 6-cylinder.
Yeah, it's got a 216 in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Babbitt motor. So, you know, if somebody wasn't gonna keep it original, which most likely not on something.
Yeah, man, something like this would be really cool. Just done up really extreme. Just it's already so crazy, but it'd be really neat. I mean, since it has the motor in it, I definitely at least have to try to give it a shot of running again.
Oh yeah. I mean, it may.
It's probably locked up.
Yeah, if it's not locked, then yeah, it may fire up. But these old Babbitt motors, you know, they run them, and once they run a little RPM on them, they started eating them, chewing them down, and eventually that's why most of them were. A lot of people replaced them with the 235s. But this one has never been done that way.
Right.
I don't know when it was parked. It's hard to say when it went out of service. I mean, I'm sure it was sometime in the 50s. It might have got into the 60s, but it's just really hard to, like I say, them old Babbitt motors with wear and tear and work with them, you know, it probably, it probably made a good, I'd say at least 15-year you know, run, I'm guessing.
Shame the grill's a little messed up. I don't guess you got any other parts trucks.
No, I don't. Man, I just sold a GMC. It was a 40 GMC pickup, and it was very similar, except just the GMC and the grill had bigger slats in it. But like I say, any 40 Chevy pickup, everything up there, even the bumper, is going to be exactly the same. So that's one good thing about it. All of this stuff, you know. And then you know, you got all flat glass, so that's naturally going to be simple. And good thick metal to work with, so that's going to take a little bit of hammering and you know, back out.
You got to use a big old hammer on that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I brought some cash and a trailer. I figured if this wasn't something we were looking for, that you might have something. You always got to bring a trailer and go a place like this. Man, would you say around 3,500 possibly? Would you consider 3,000 cash for it?
Well,
I'm just kind of looking at the sheet metal issues for the most part.
I mean, this is going to take little fab in there, you know. And that'd be the most I think I'd be afraid of on it, as far as that goes. But
it's super cool though, man. I'm in love, that's for sure.
Well, I think we could probably do something, I guess. I mean, I think I'd be okay there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, that works for you, then that works for me. And
if
you don't mind, I'd love to scavenge this place out, see if there's something else that I don't think we're going to make it, but this on one load, but I definitely wouldn't mind coming back.
Okay. Yeah, we're getting stuff in, I say almost every day.
Yes, sir.
We do a lot of traveling too for stuff. So,
cool.
But yeah.
Well, that works for me, so I guess I'll make a plan. I guess we just pull out here pretty solid? Or?
Yeah, y'all can pull down here and back up. It's good and dry yet.
Right now, yeah.
Well,
that'll work then. I'll head back to the truck and grab some cash and make a game plan on getting her setting on her trailer.
Okay, well that sounds good.
That works for you, works for me. I sure appreciate it. Thanks, sir.
Yeah.
I got you a big old wad of cash there. I'm sure you won't have no problems finding something.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I got more cars I can buy with this. Well, hey, I found that brochure. I had it sitting up here on the fender. I found that brochure that I was telling you about that came with that thing when it was new, and here's the title.
Dang.
And
that thing's in good shape.
Yeah, it's good shape for an 80-year-old pamphlet.
Did you find this online or something?
No, I got that in a group of literature. I'd bought it in an estate auction. I run across that, and I thought, shoot, that thing needs to stay with that van. So I'm just gonna put that in with the deal.
Yeah, here's all the measurements on everything.
Yeah, a lot of good information in here.
Yeah. Sweet, that's cool. It looks like maybe it was some kind of a postal truck here or something.
Maybe, UPS.
Probably used them on a little bit of everything.
Something that doesn't look UPS, but it's some kind of package delivery, milk delivery, laundry, anything like that, it would be.
Right.
They were used for that in those days.
Right. Man, I'm tickled to death. That works for me.
Okay.
So, I don't know if you care if we walk out here and check out some stuff.
Sure, sure.
Kind of
yeah.
show us around at anything that you might.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a lot to see out here.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
check it out real
Okay.
quick.
Yeah.
Looks like you got a pretty good collection of old Hudsons.
Yeah, I got a lot of Hudsons here. Most of these are 54 and 5 there. I got a couple different ones in here. This old 49, it's kind of chopped up there. This is a little Hudson Jet somebody made a race car out of years ago.
Oh yeah.
Then we got a little Rambler here, and then this old 49.
Oh wow.
49 Nash, it's kind of unique. It's a neat car here.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Is this the one they sometimes call a bathtub or something like that? Yeah.
It's a neat car.
Yeah. I just love anything that's ugly and out of the ordinary.
Yeah, yeah.
That one definitely fits in that category. There's a lot of different individuals in the car world. That's what makes it really cool, a lot of diversity. Some people might know a little bit more than others. With Trenton, that's definitely the case here. You can tell he's been very passionate about cars for a long time. When he says he's been messing with these things since he was a kid, you can definitely tell it. It's just really cool being able to tour this place out here. He's very knowledgeable on a lot of this old stuff. It's just really cool catching the stories behind it.
We've got a couple old Chevelles here, and then we get into some
Newer stuff.
newer
yeah.
late model stuff, but I mean, the old ones are kind of scattered amongst the whole place.
Right. Is that an old Jaguar or something?
Yeah,
there?
yeah, that's a 60 Jaguar Mark 9.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's neat. It's pretty straight. It's got a lot of rust in it, but
Yeah.
yeah, years ago somebody put this old Cadillac motor and they shoved it in there.
Oh yeah.
But it's not. I never really looked to see how closely it's mounted. I mean, that old steering box is pretty close to the valve cover, so I'm
Yeah.
kind of doubting it was actually running that way. But
Would that have been normal to have that big old heater blower there?
yeah, that's factory.
Yeah.
That's factory in there. But you know, something else would fit in there a lot better than that caddy motor.
Was this somewhat a sought after car? I mean, I'm sure.
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily sought after, but
I'm assuming
I
those
mean-
gauges aren't originally.
yeah, they've kind of been some stuff changed in
Yeah.
there. I had another one real similar to this. It was a 57, and it went to Mexico City, believe it or not.
Oh,
The
yeah?
guys wanted it, but it still had all the original engine and trans in it.
Yeah.
The main thing about these is all the running gear in these were the same as the little Mark 3000 Roadsters.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking Austin Healey. They're the same as the XK 120 is what the drivetrain out of these. A lot of that went to, but these cars, they were salon cars, they called them, and they made them all through the 50s. In fact, 60 was the last year that they built this body style until in 61 they went to another sleeker style. So this was the last of the Mark models.
Yeah.
And like I say, it's straight, real rusty floors, you know, but it would build.
I can only imagine back in its day, though. That
Yeah.
see somebody pull up in something like
Oh,
that.
yeah, yeah.
They were definitely somebody, or wanted to present themselves as somebody.
Yeah.
Cool car, man. Love the lines on it.
Yeah.
Really excited that we were able to meet up with Trenton today. We were able to close a deal on the Dubl Duti. Super stoked to get that back to the shop. He's got a huge collection out here, and he's also a super busy man. He kind of showed us around, gave us free will just to look around here. So we're gonna mosey on. You could spend days out here just looking at everything. I feel like a kid in a candy store, just gonna check some stuff out. I'm sure we'll end up buying something else before the day's over. Some little Morris Minors there, ain't it?
Yeah, looks like it.
This one's definitely seen better days.
Yeah. Yep, that'd be hard to knock out.
Such cool little cars though.
Yeah.
Just remind me of a little clown car. This one probably looked like it caught a pole or something.
Yeah. Looked like it was clowning too much.
Pretty cool old Dodge.
Yeah, yeah.
Short
good.
bed.
Yeah, pretty good shape, looks like.
These old trucks are getting pretty popular.
Yeah.
This one's got a cool patina to it. Probably ain't got no motor in it. Yeah, old 6-cylinder.
Yeah, got a slant 6 in it.
I bet this old thing still runs. Definitely like to ask him about it. You don't hardly see him a whole lot. Got some spare doors in the back too.
Yeah.
It's a cool truck. I guess this is his big fin Cadillac section.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen this body style yet.
No, it looks like the Fury, doesn't it?
Yeah. Pretty cool. I love these old big fin cars.
Yeah.
The old T-Bird.
Yes, sir.
Pretty cool. Ain't no 59, but still pretty cool.
Front bumper like we used on the Metro.
Yeah. As we're weeding through this collection, I'm having a hard time keeping focus here. Trying to look at what he has and also trying to Google on my phone just to find out any kind of information on what we just bought. With the internet, we all know you can find just about anything you're looking for on there. I've Googled it. There's not any actual photos of this truck at all on there. There's very little literature, just one write-up basically when they first let it out in 1940. But other than that, this thing's pretty much a ghost.
Like a brand new sun. Since the day I was born a fighter, I rise up like smoke from a gun. Like a brand new sun. Since the day I was born a fighter, I rise up.
I think we're about to run out of daylight.
Yeah, I think we are.
Ain't enough hours in the day to check all this stuff out.
No.
Done cooled off about 30 degrees it feels like.
Yeah,
so
wind's picked up.
figure we probably go ahead and start loading that thing up. Shouldn't be too bad. Get it knocked out and head back to the house.
Sounds good to me.
With over 3,000 vehicles on the lot, you need a whole lot of time dedicated for a venture like this. We kind of browsed through everything as quickly as we could. A lot of really cool stuff. I've never seen so many Cadillacs just in one spot. But right now I'm trying to stay focused on what we just bought. I mean, there's always time to come back out here in the future. Look pretty good?
Looks pretty good.
I'm pretty excited about this stinking thing.
Oh yeah?
I've never seen anything like it in my life. I was Googling around on it and there's not hardly any information on it at all. I found a picture that looks kind of like that brochure we got off of him, but from what I gather, I think they only made about 100 of these.
Oh really?
Yeah. So I mean, they progressed over the years, you know, and in the 50s they kind of looked more like the square boxy ones. There's more of those, but honestly, I would probably say this is the last one of it.
Could be, yeah, you never
I mean,
know.
I've never seen one, and you would think if there were some other ones, you might seen something around there, but there's no pictures, there's no information or nothing, so.
Yeah, you can find just about anything on Google, so.
Yeah. So we'll dig into it. I want to try to get the thing up and running just to see if we can. But
yeah, I think that'd be neat.
I mean, we'll probably just search around, find some old parts to fix that grill up and stuff, but I think it's pretty neat, man. I'm excited to get started on it.
Me too.
Guess I'll drop this trailer down and get her loaded up and head back to town.
Alrighty, sounds good to me.
I just keep on keeping on, keeping on. Yeah, I just keep on keeping on, keeping on. Turning dust right into gold. If you don't know, now you know. I just keep on keeping on with the hustle and grind. Keep on rolling, rolling, rolling. I keep on rolling, rolling, rolling. I keep on keeping on. Yeah, I keep on keeping on. I keep on keeping on. And I keep on keeping on. Yeah, I just keep on keeping on. Keeping on. Hustle and grind, 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 grind.
I think that's got it. Guess we'll holler at him, tell him we're heading back to Bogata.
Sounds good to me.
Of the only piece of literature I could find on this old truck, it shows they just manufactured 100 of these back in 1940. That's an extremely low number of vehicles coming off the line, not to mention how much time has passed since then. With that being said, I feel like something should have resurfaced by now of some kind of information on this old truck. Definitely gives me all the evidence that we just bought a really rare, a really unique piece here. It's definitely safe to say that this could be the last one of its existence. Well, we got her all loaded up.
Yeah.
Took a gander out there on the lot, seen a few more that I want to take home with me, just ain't got the room.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Well, I sure appreciate it.
yes, sir.
Yeah,
I appreciate it too. I'm sure excited to get it back to the shop. I dare to say it's probably one of the rarest vehicles I've owned.
Yeah.
So I'd like to do a lot with it. So we'll
Yeah.
kind of see how
Okay.
the plans excel from there.
Well, let me know. Let me know on its progress.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to see it.
Yep. Well, I sure appreciate it, and this won't be the last you hear
All
of
right.
me.
Thank y'all.
See you later.
Our most primal ways, they won't be refused. I've tried to tame them. Yeah, I go wild over you. I go wild over you. I go wild over you. And I've heard you talking to the moon. I go wild over you. I go wild over you. And I've heard you talking to the moon. I go wild.
As many old vehicles that we have coming in and out of the shop around here, very seldom do I get as excited as I did with this old girl right here. I'm super stoked that we even were able to find this thing, more or less be able to buy it and bring her back home with us. She still has the original motor, original transmission in it, so you guys know exactly what's going to happen next. We're going to dig into it, see if we can get her up and running. Hopefully she's not locked up. Hopefully we can get her alive and on the road again. Overall, really happy we made that trip out there and can't wait to see what the future holds for this old girl.